advertisements.
New details about Olivia Newton-John's missing lover, next ET.
Two unbelievable twists.
Oh my God!
New Survivor premieres CBS Thursday, September 15th.
Mother?
Since what my body is revolting against is the chemotherapy, I am going to stop the chemotherapy. You gotta leave for the airport in 45 minutes, okay? Hello, my darling. I didn't...
Hello.
Oh, honey, bless you for finding that. I really wanted to wear it. See? What do you think?
I think you're lying through your teeth.
Hey, Casey up?
No, come on, let him sleep for a while. He had a really rough night last night. You know, I don't know what we're worried about because he did not do this. Last spring, the only thing Casey was worried about was whether his team made it to the playoffs or not. He was not worried about a baby.
Well, we'll know soon enough. Hello? Hi, Dad.
Hey, it's me. Don't hang up, all right? I need to talk to you. Just give me 10 minutes. I'll be there.
He's sending a lab tech over to the house to run the test.
You know, Tom, Casey looked right in my face and told me that he is not the father. Why isn't that good enough for you?
Because it ended up in court.
But he's our son. What kind of message are we sending to him that we don't trust him? Why does he have to do this stupid paternity test? It's so humiliating.
What can I say? Tell it to the judge.
Tell it to the judge. Look, this girl, she already found one boy to blame, thought he was a pretty good candidate. Now she's invading our lives. In our home, she took herself to court on her own. She didn't have any proof. She didn't have any evidence. And now we've got a lab technician at our door.
So you would rather this play out at the hospital in front of the whole staff? Hi, Carly.
Hi. I hope it's not too early. I'm so sorry about the phone call yesterday. I didn't mean to worry anybody.
No, we're glad you called. We needed to know what was going on.
Well, good. Great. I'm glad that you feel that way because as Rory's grandparents...
No, we're not his grandparents. Casey is not the father of this child.
Hey, party girl. I could hear you from the elevator. Ooh, but I like that.
But would you buy it and wear it out dancing?
Are you kidding? Like, any guy sees me in that, he'll weep.
Oh, well then I will send you some to your hotel.
Oh, send it to New York. I'm on my way to the airport. I just stopped by to see how you're doing.
Never better, thanks to you. You were right. Sometimes all you need is a little jolt to remind you that life can be sweet.
Em? You're up early.
I couldn't sleep.
At all? Well, it's hard. You're a mother. You keep putting yourself in Jennifer's position, thinking about what it is that she's going through.
She thinks her baby is dead.
Brutal, no question, which is why I am so grateful that you decided to not tell her about the switch. Thank you for being with me on this one.
I want to. So much. Because I know how much you love your sister and how you think you're doing the right thing. I just can't. No matter what I tell myself, I can't get past the fact that this is wrong. Keeping the truth from her, Paul, is wrong. It's her child.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Ed. I thought I could do this. I thought I could live with this. But
hint. I'm telling your sister. Today.
Introducing Stay Free Advanced Protection, designed to protect new moms against sudden bladder leaks, the kind that sneak up at the worst moments. New Stay Free Advanced Protection has an oops-proof core that absorbs twice as much as always, locking away moisture and stopping odors before they start. Stay Free knows real life needs real protection. For bladder leaks, there's new Stay Free Advanced Protection. Stay Free, life-proof protection.
A guide to proper manwich etiquette. Always use the correct utensils. Sit up straight and don't fidget. And be sure to use a napkin. Eventually. When it comes to dinner, it's manwich rules.
I love baseball so much. If I could play instead of sleep, I would. But my mom always thinks about my asthma. She worries when I wake up and start coughing at night.
Do more to help control your child's asthma. Ask your child's doctor about Singulair. Singulair helps prevent asthma symptoms before they start and helps provide effective 24-hour control in a once-a-day chewable tablet. Singulair is not a steroid and is available for children as young as 12 months. Singulair is also approved to help relieve seasonal allergy symptoms. Singulair will not replace fast-acting medicines for sudden symptoms. Your child should continue taking their other asthma medicines as prescribed. If asthma symptoms get worse, contact your child's doctor at once. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Join the millions of people with asthma who have discovered Singulair.
I just want to play. Play!
Ask your child's doctor about Singulair today.
When you can't go with them, send someone you trust. Let him go with Quaker breakfast bars. There's 25% less sugar. When he's on the outside, the goodness of Quaker's on the inside. Quaker breakfast bars. Another way to get your Quaker a day. And try a new reduced sugar chewy granola bar. Now with 25% less sugar.
Would One Neighborhood's get-rich-quick scheme work in your area? Tomorrow on The Early Show.
Once you learn the truth,
We've just accomplished the confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence.
your life will never be the same. Threshold, CBS Fridays this fall.
All right. I threw it out. I Makes me look like one of those women who sits at home thinking of ways to make her daughter's lives miserable.
Oh, that's cute. No. You threw it out because you were lying to us about continuing chemotherapy. You're not really thinking about stopping your chemotherapy. And don't deny it because it's obvious. What did you do? Did you find something on the internet, some miracle cure, and now you're off and running? I want to know where you're going.
La Clinica de la Vida.
It's the clinic of life.
Yeah, I got that.
It's a wonderful place. Fully staffed, fully equipped. They've got oncologists, surgeons, everything that you'd find here, but with a difference. They're willing to try new therapies.
Oh, honey, if I thought for 1 minute that you'd really listen to me.
Do I have to call Bob Hughes? Because I will call him if I have to.
Don't you treat me like a child. I am not a child. I resent it. And I will not be told what to do by you, Dr. Hughes, Dr. Berg, or anybody. I will not be forced to do something against my will. And if I want a hat, I'll buy one. Okay?
There, at the airport.
Are you spying on me,
I
sweetheart?
don't have to spy on you. You said it as you were walking in the door. What is going on? I'm worried about you.
Don't be, sweetheart. I'm just taking your advice. Your excellent advice. I'm I'm going away to a fancy spa for some R&R and some recuperation. I'll pull myself together. I'll be back, and I'll get into the chemo again. You can count on that.
When did you decide this?
Last night. Oh, I was so tired last night. I gotta get away from my life here.
Okay. When do we leave?
Oh, my heart, no, I'm leaving. You're staying. You're gonna keep good on the promise you made to the two little girls to take them to that awful amusement park.
Well, then Sierra will go with you.
No. Yeah. Sierra has got to look lively at Worldwide.
You are not going alone?
No, I'm not. Meg's going with me.
Meg is going with
yes,
you?
Yes, didn't I hire her for that? To nurse me through all my illness and everything? Didn't I do that? Meg is going.
Did I hear my name?
Hello, dear. I was just telling Lily that I'm going away to a spa and that you will be accompanying me.
Okay. This conversation is not over. Excuse me? Hello?
So where are you and what are you wearing?
I'm at my mother's.
Oh, so that little lacy thing is under the pillow, huh?
Waiting for you.
Don't say that when I have to leave town.
Again?
Work's work. But, I need to see you. I want to give you something.
Now?
Yeah, it won't take long. Can you meet me over here at Al Steiner?
Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. What time does your flight leave?
Not for a couple hours.
You are going together?
Darling, I'm going to meet at the airport because Meg has got some errands to run, okay?
You know, your mother, she likes to leave things till the last minute.
Yes, like telling her daughters where she's going and why and for how long.
Why are you doing this, baby? Don't you have somebody special that you want to join?
I will come back and say goodbye to you.
All right, darling. Okay.
So, where are we going and why? And don't lie to me, I'm not your daughter. And if you're not absolutely straight with me, I'm gonna go get her right now.
Emily, I would like nothing better than to ride in on a white horse and put Jennifer's baby back into her arms. But I know what would happen. Craig would come after her, and he wouldn't quit until she wound up in the hospital.
I know that you're worried about Jennifer because of what happened to Rosanna. But I'm sorry, I think you're exaggerating the damage he could do from jail.
So we're supposed to use Jennifer as some kind of a guinea pig to find out how far Craig is willing to go.
Your sister is paralyzed with grief. You saw her yourself. I mean, Dr. Michaels is medicating her because she's so depressed.
Yes, and in a week or so, the medication will kick in.
You think that's the answer? Paul, somewhere deep down, your sister knows that her baby is alive. You saw her at the church. She thought she heard him crying. There isn't an antidepressant in the world that could cure that. And tangling with Craig? It's a better option than what she's dealing with. At least she'd have her son. She'd have some joy.
And if Craig somehow manages to get out of jail, he will kidnap that child. And she has to live with that fear.
It's better than what she's living with now. Trust me. She can't even work. And this is a woman who lived for her career. She's in a hole, Paul, and it's only getting deeper. You have to tell her the truth. It's the only way to save her. I gotta say, I'm surprised you even tried it.
Oh, the ice?
Yeah, the look on your face when I pulled it out.
You're your mother's daughter.
What happened?
Oh, she came by, you know, when are you gonna get past all your grief, blah, 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 blah. So I just thought, you know, she's got me medicated anyway. What's the difference, really? I mean, it's just chemicals, and I figure if I can feel better sooner, then that's
Why? I'm just saying there's a downside.
I only took it once, okay? Yeah, and you're still flying. And that's a magic feeling, but the juice will wear off.
Jazz, I'm not high.
No, I'm not. I'm just like my old self again, that's all. You know, I was so stuck. I was miserable and hopeless, and now I feel like I can do anything. I can launch a new line. I can make a new a show with all the buyers and all the fashion press.
I'm telling you, that's ice talking.
No, these designs are good. I know they are.
Because you're talented. I'm just saying that feeling that you can conquer the world, that's gonna wear off. The juice will fade. You're gonna be back where you started.
I know.
I gave you enough for one day. That's it. As far as your life and how you feel, there are no shortcuts. You're just gonna have to work through it.
I have a shrink, okay?
No,
Can we
wait.
get to the airport? Jazz, I'm sorry. I haven't felt this good in so long.
And I'm the one who told you to try it. I admit that. But I just want you to see it for what it is. It's a little break from reality, not an answer. For answers, you should really talk to your shrink.
I thought I could talk to my friend.
Don't do that. I have always been your friend.
Okay, so be a friend. Just give me enough for another day. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Yesterday in court, Gwen said
Gwen lied.
Oh.
We're having a paternity test run, you know, just to end all the speculation. The hospital's sending over a lab tech to the house. We're going to need a sample from the baby as well.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. I just assumed that Casey, you know, that's why I called. But I don't put it past Gwen, not for a minute. She's a very volatile girl. Says one thing, does another. You know, I know that she's young, but I'm just really glad this is all going to be settled. I feel so responsible for this baby because of my sister.
How is Rosanna?
She's holding her own, I guess. The clinic in Switzerland, they're taking very good care of her. When she wakes up, I want her little boy to be waiting for her.
Well, from what I understand about the case, I wouldn't worry.
Thank you, Tom. I wasn't sure how you would react, you know, if Casey were.
And he's not.
Okay. Well, good. Well, why don't I have the baby nurse bring Rory here? If the lab tech's on his way, then we can settle it all at once, as soon as Casey gets back.
What, back from where? What do you mean, he's still upstairs asleep?
No. I mean, it's just that I saw him drive off when I arrived.
I'd watch it if I were you. They used to medicate people at the hospital who tore up their napkins.
Trust me, I'm about ready to check myself in. Thanks for coming, man. Will you sit down?
What do you want?
You don't know?
Gwen said that she talked to your parents and that they know they're going to be grandparents. They didn't take it too well?
About as well as your mom took it.
No. Your mom and dad combined could never even compare to my mother.
Right. So since she already had her meltdown, I was thinking that maybe you'd be willing to step up again.
And do what?
Be the father.
I'm not the father.
But you like Gwen and you've been helping her out the whole time anyways. And I heard there's a lot of cash and some trust fund that Rosanna Cabot set up, so why not?
Why not? Because Gwen and I never slept together.
Who has to know, all right? They believed before, they'll believe it now. Just all you have to do is you have to show up in court, say you're the father of the baby, and that you and Gwen are gonna raise it together. She gets her kid back, everyone's happy.
Nothing was more important than treating my depression.
And with once daily Wellbutrin XL, I feel like me again.
And I have to say it's nice that there's a low risk of sexual side effects.
Wellbutrin XL effectively treats depression with a low risk of sexual side effects.
It feels great to enjoy being around people again.
Wellbutrin XL is not for everyone. There is a risk of seizure with Wellbutrin XL, so don't use if you've had a seizure or eating disorder, or if you abruptly stop using alcohol or sedatives. Don't take with MAOIs or medicines that contain bupropion. With the nicotine patch or alone, there is a risk of increased blood pressure, sometimes severe. To reduce risk of serious side effects, tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney problems. Anyone taking Wellbutrin XL should call their doctor right away if they have unusual changes in mood or behavior or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants increase these thoughts or behaviors in children and teens.
Once daily Wellbutrin XL really helped me.
It works for my depression with the low risk of sexual side effects.
Ask your doctor about once daily Wellbutrin XL.
No matter what you're into, there's only one way to go back to school. Get hooked up with Dell. This Dimension desktop with an Intel Celeron processor is yours for the amazing price of $299. Plus, get a free printer. Notebooks start at $499 after mail-in rebate. And get up to 1/3 off select Dell systems. Get hooked up with Dell and get more out of now. Dell PCs use Intel Celeron processors.
LensCrafters gives you an unconditional happiness guarantee. 30 days to wear your new glasses. Decide if you love them or exchange them till you do. Or your money back. LensCrafters. You'll see. We're better. And get $100 off any glasses.
Hi, Jay Bush and Duke here in Boston to introduce Bush's new Boston recipe baked beans. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
They're slow cooked according to our secret family recipe with a touch of brown sugar, a blend of spices, and rich molasses for an authentic Boston taste.
I've only shared our secret family recipe with Duke, and he's not talking. Right, Duke? Where's Duke?
And the secret family recipe is... Duke. Not for sale.
Bush's new Boston recipe baked beans. And try our home-style chili.
Premiering on DVD, a Barbie entertainment production. For the My Scene girls, the only thing bigger than the fun they have is the friendship they share.
We're in a movie! You're my best friend.
My Scene Goes Hollywood, their first full-length movie. Own it on DVD August 30th.
Your cone dog! Super sausage, baby! Get your barbecue!
Can't stomach anymore?
Oh, Alka-Seltzer.
Alka-Seltzer's the only medicine that breaks up and dissolves away stomach discomfort and pain fast.
Ice cream?
Alka-Seltzer.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying your sister is in so much pain, this could destroy her. You want to live with that? I swear to you, Paul, it will eat you up inside if you don't tell her the truth.
Fine.
Fine? You understand?
Yes, I understand. If Jennifer does get worse, I can't take that chance. My only request is that I be there when you tell her.
Why?
I have it right. I did this. I'm the one she should be yelling and screaming
No,
at,
you did not do this. Craig did this. And I should explain that to her before you talk to her.
You think I'm going to sandbag you?
No.
Well,
Why
then
would
let
you
me
say
come
that?
with you. Look, I'm trusting your instincts on this. Trust me to back you up.
Okay. Let's go. This doesn't mean anything. I'm sure he just went out for a drive to clear his head, you know, after everything that happened last night.
Yeah, all the more reason to stay here and have the test run.
He'll have the damn test, and then we'll find out what we already know, that he is not the father, and then you are going to take me out and buy me the biggest steak in town.
So do you think I want him to be the father? I mean, he is 17. He forgets to change the oil in his car if I don't remind him. He is not ready for family.
Well, I'm awfully glad to hear you say that because of the way you've been acting lately.
You know, just because we don't want him to be the father doesn't mean he isn't.
All right. The baby nurse is on her way over with Rory.
All right, I'll try Casey on his cell.
Well, I think Tom's right. It doesn't look very good for Gwen, you know, lying to the judge like that.
Well, the judge is never going to award custody to that girl. I mean, look at her. She'll probably leave the baby in a carriage and run off into the mall.
You know what? That's not fair. Just because Gwen is immature, we can't assume that she's going to be negligent.
She lied under oath, Tom. There was a time that meant something to you.
If she lied, she will have ruined her chances for custody. Excuse.
Mr. Hughes? Dr. Hughes sent me over.
Great. Thank you for coming by. There's been a little slight delay. If you just set up over there. Thanks. Your son better get home, I mean, right now.
You
got Gwen pregnant and you want me to take the rap.
Look, if I'd have known she was pregnant right after it happened, we wouldn't even be here. I don't want a kid, not right now. And I would have done whatever it took to make that problem go away. But I didn't get that chance. So now I'm stuck. Unless you're willing to help me out.
Casey, it's over. Everyone knows you're the father.
Not everyone.
What are you talking about?
I kind of told my parents that, well, that as far as I knew, it was impossible.
I'm not raising your kid, and I'm not going to do this to Gwen.
Do what? She's still going to get her kid back.
Not if the judge thinks she lied under oath. He'll throw the case out of court.
Will, I'm begging you. All right? You're my best friend. We're family. I can't lie to my mom. I've never done it before. It'll kill her. Please help me.
Jazz, I'm just not ready to let go of this energy. But, I mean, I don't want to tap you out if you don't have enough to share.
No, I got some. I ran into a friend in Chicago.
Oh, that's the kind of friend we need.
Well, you're not supposed to use this on a regular basis. I mean, I partied like once or twice a week.
Jazz, I'm not asking for a 6-month supply, just enough to get me through a couple days, enough for me to remember what it feels like to be happy. I should probably pace myself.
If your shrink has you on an antidepressant...
Yes, it will work. Eventually, I was just hoping for something to just help it along a little bit. Because you're right, I do need help. You know, losing my son and my husband. Anyway, you gotta go.
Look, I can give you enough for one more day.
That's great, that's great, that's fine, whatever. Because I'm only gonna do it once in a while, Jazz. Really, just for fun, just a little lift.
We'll use it sparingly.
I will, I promise. Thank you so much, you're a lifesaver.
It's a party, Jen, not a solution.
You're right.
Okay. I gotta go. Call me?
Next week. Maybe I'll just take the edge off.
I'd be really surprised if Jen were here this early. Jen?
Coming up on As the World Turns.
He accepted his death. Maybe it was just meant to be.
Care of you.
What is it you really want from me?
One woman's suspected danger. Stepping outside of that door would be very unwise.
Are you threatening me?
The other never saw it coming. This week on Guiding Light, CBS Daytime. Nobody does danger better.
All of us have internal plumbing. But for some of us with frequent urges, our pipes just don't work as well as they should. Sometimes you worry you could spring an embarrassing leak. So why deal with it on your own when there's something more you can do? Treat it once daily with Vesicare. Vesicare can reduce urges and may even help relieve bladder leakage. If you have certain types of stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems, do not take Vesicare. While taking Vesicare, if you experience a serious allergic reaction, severe abdominal pain, or become constipated for 3 or more days, tell your doctor right away. Common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, blurred vision, and indigestion. So why wait? Ask your doctor today if Vesicare is right for you. Fewer urges and leaks. With Vesicare, it's not just a pipe dream.
Denny's new sausage sampler has the sizzling sausage you love. And it already comes with seconds. Now get twice the sausage. 2 savory patties and 2 links, plus eggs and pancakes. One of 3 big and bountiful breakfasts for just $4.99. Denny's, we're cooking now.
Deep down dirt and oil, take this. Neutrogena Deep Clean Gel. It dives into pores through clogged dirt, trapped oil, and releases it. Now you see it, the cleanest skin possible. The clarity of deep clean skin. Deep Clean Gel, Neutrogena.
You count on Office Depot for your business supplies, so count on Office Depot for his back-to-school supplies. Office Depot has his school list and everything on it, all with our everyday low price guarantee. And for all your school supply purchases, Office Depot will give 5% back to your child's local school. Just ask for your school's 5% ID number. That's 5% his teacher can use for the classroom supplies they need. Now that's taking care of business. Office Depot.
Taking care of business.
Grillers of America, here's a little secret that'll add more thrill to your grill. Pam for Grilling. It's specially formulated for your grill's high temperatures, so food won't stick and cleanup's a snap. Fire up your grill with Pam for Grilling. Another reason Pam is America's favorite no-stick cooking spray.
So she came over, and I made her burgers with this Leanne Perrins. Suddenly, it's like, oh, Joe, you're such a good cook. Your burgers are so juicy. If it worked for me, it could easily work for you.
Leanne Perrins, the Burger Booster.
Shamar Moore is one of daytime's hottest stars on The Young and the Restless. CBS this fall, he'll come to TV's next great thriller, Criminal Minds.
We cover the whole spectrum of psychos.
When physical evidence is not enough, these FBI profilers go inside the mind of a criminal.
All right, I'm an insomniac who listens to Metallica to go to sleep at night. What song could possibly speak to me?
Enter Sandman.
Heather's alive. How do you know? Because we're watching her right now.
Criminal Minds, CBS Wednesdays this fall.
Resorts East Chicago. The best casino just got better.
I needed to sell in a hurry. However, I was willing to take a little longer to save $20,000. I went with buy owner, and as it turned out, I did save the $20,000 and still sold my house in a week. I wouldn't consider selling my house any other way. Thanks, buy owner.
Thanks, buy owner.
Now there's a smarter way to finish your basement. The Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Designed specifically for basements, our insulated system delivers the quiet, comfortable space you've always dreamed of. Plus, it allows for easy access to plumbing, wiring, and foundation walls. It resists mold and mildew. And a quick, clean installation means your space can be ready in about 2 weeks. Call now for a free video and design consultation. Owens Corning. Nobody knows basements better.
When we decided to sell, I had a price in my head, and that's exactly what we got.
With buy owner, everything was as advertised.
The buy owner rep came over, and over coffee, we filled out the contract with the buyer.
That was very reassuring.
We saved nearly $20,000. Thanks, buy owner.
Thanks, buy owner.
When it comes to predicting the weather, accuracy is critical. And WeatherRate, an independent research firm, certifies that CBS2 delivers Chicago's most accurate forecast. CBS2 Weather, when accuracy matters.
The surprises, the drama. Big Brother is just getting warmed up. New episode tonight.
Jennifer,
Hey.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. What a nice surprise.
Oh, we didn't expect to see you, but
Oh,
you look great.
thanks.
We just want to stop by, see how you're doing. Maybe talk about the baby.
Oh, well, that's really sweet. Now is just not a good time because I'm so busy. I've been working on all these sketches.
What are you working on?
We're adding dresses to the new line, and I thought about this one for a club scene with this fabric that we had gotten. Remember?
This is for the scarves, right?
Yeah. I love this fabric, the way it drapes. Scarves would be a really good idea.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. I'm thrilled that you're back working and everything. It's just that the other day you were so... When you thought you heard your baby crying, you were so upset.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank God that's over.
Over?
Well, I mean, not over. I mean, you can't really change any of that, but I woke up this morning and I don't know, I just felt such a weight lifted. You know, like I felt like seeing people again and working. It was just such a relief.
I'm sorry. Jennifer, I don't mean to sound skeptical. I'm just a little surprised how better you got so quickly.
Well, maybe it's the hormones, because the doctor said that I would have this big change when it lifted. Or maybe the medication, that it's finally taking effect. I don't know, but whatever it is, I feel much more like myself.
Well, that's great.
So what you said about your son?
Oh, about hearing him cry at the church. Wow, you guys were really understanding about that, and I know that you were worried, but you know what? You don't have to worry, because I figured it out. I hadn't slept for days, and And now that I've gotten more rest, it's made a huge difference. And I'm so much more at peace.
You've accepted his death?
Well, I'm not happy about it. But I don't know. Maybe it was just meant to be. I loved my son. But sleeping with Craig Montgomery was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life.
Please, Will, help me out. I'll make it up to you, I swear. I know this has been rough on you, and you don't want to disappoint your mother, but I'm not gonna lie for you. I'm sorry. No, you're not. You're just glad that it's not you. If you want to talk, like I'd call you. Yeah, that really worked.
So I'm going on a trip, just not with you.
Right. Just consider this as a bonus for all the hard work that you've done with me.
As opposed to a bribe.
Now, darling, you're my employee, and if I hand you a wad of cash for you to go off to a 4-star hotel and disport yourself, it would seem to me that a simple thank you would be sufficient.
What are we toasting?
Me getting my way. You going to Chicago to be with Dusty, where I happen to know he is because I sent him there on worldwide business.
No. I don't think so. No,
Why
sorry.
not? Why not? I thought you were getting on with him more and more and better.
Oh, we are.
Aren't you adults? I mean, aren't you unattached? Aren't you having a thing?
And you're changing the subject.
No, I'm not changing the subject. Look, you don't want to go to Chicago and be with Dusty. It's just fine with me. You go to Vegas. Just keep your cell phone on so I can contact you.
Well, may I ask where you'll be?
No, you may not.
Where are you going this time?
Just back to work, but I wanted to give you this before I left. It's not all of it, but it's close.
I told you, I'm in no rush. I'm not going anywhere. Wow. Are you sure you can afford this? I mean, this is a lot.
Well, they
at one
pay
time.
They pay me in advance, and I think it's better with you than with me and the Greyhounds.
Oh, wow. This is a lot for one delivery. And you haven't told me exactly what you deliver.
You're starting to sound like your ex-husband.
Holden?
Yeah, he read me the riot act. What? Bottom line is, he thinks that I'm not good enough for you, and I said, you seem to think different. So tell me, how were you married to a guy for all that time with no sense of humor?
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you know what kind of comes with a dinner here.
Yeah.
You know, you go out with a pretty girl, you gotta deal with mothers, jealous guys, and, you know, family and friends.
Either way, Holden had no right to grill you. I don't know why you just don't get on a plane and take off and never come back.
JJ, and the pretty girl, most of the time.
Most of the time?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when I come back, we can work on your average.
Wait, I have a better idea. Why don't I go with you?
Okay, my son should be here right away.
Sure thing.
I tried to sell again, still no answer.
That's probably him now. I'm sorry, it took me a few minutes. He was fast asleep.
No, that's all right. Hi, sweetheart. That's my little boy. Hello.
Why don't we do him first? You know, then he can take a nap, all right? Yeah, sure, fine. Whatever is good with you. Wow. He is beautiful.
Yeah.
Critics have only one name on their mind.
Grimm's the name. 2 M's.
Time magazine calls The Brothers Grimm spellbinding, a fantastic adventure.
The Brothers Grimm do not fear you!
The Brothers Grimm, rated PG-13, in theaters Friday.
Hey, Steve, what's this? It's my toilet brush.
Easy, Cupcake. That's the flushable brush from Scrubbing Bubbles. You can't flush those Clorox toilet wand heads, so you can get stuck with over 75 million icky bacteria.
The flushable brush from Scrubbing Bubbles. Flush the germy mess away.
It's 9 a.m. and it's gonna be a scorcher out there today.
Get ready for Colgate Max Fresh. It's packed with thousands of mini breath strips that explode in your mouth, unleashing an intense rush of freshness every time you brush. Mini breath strips only in Colgate Max Fresh.
Wow. Are already reaching record highs.
Colgate Max Fresh, packed to the max with freshness. Also available in Clean Mint and Cinnamint.
Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy. Slim Fast Optima, granola bars, breakfast bars, shakes, designed with protein to help your tummy stay satisfied.
My signature? That would be my hair. And Vive by L'Oreal. That would be my shampoo. Each Vive is designed to target any specific hair type. Mine's highlight boosting. Vive by L'Oreal Paris. For signature hair that's simply brilliant. Because you're worth it.
You know what's great? Is you guys really look out for us members. You got that antivirus protection that automatically updates, and you got that spyware protection to help keep my personal information safe. Not to mention you guys are always fighting phishing and identity theft.
Well, when you switch to a high-speed connection, danger comes at you even faster.
Wow, you guys must really like us. A lot.
Want a better internet? You belong at America Online.
You don't have to live with all the hot flashes and night sweats of menopause. You've got options. Try all-natural extra-strength Estroven to reduce hot flashes and night sweats. Extra-strength Estroven helps improve mental clarity and reduce irritability. You've got options.
That's how I used to get my guys up for breakfast. Now, these do the trick.
Aunt Jemima griddle cake sandwiches. Sausage, egg, and cheese with sweet Aunt Jemima pancakes. One of the many Aunt Jemima breakfast favorites your family will love.
Hi, I'm Barney, and that's my friend Ted. Meet me at the bar in 15 minutes, and suit up. When I say suit up, I wish you'd put on a suit.
I did, that one time.
It was a blazer. I'm his wingman. I suggest we play a little game I like to call Have You Met Ted?
No.
Hi, have you met Ted? Because I know the ladies.
I'm from Bangladesh.
Ooh, the women hot there?
Here's a picture of my wife.
A simple no would have sufficed. How I Met Your Mother. Look at you, you suited up. This is totally going in my blog. CBS Mondays this fall.
What's going on? There's like half a dozen cars outside.
Where have you been?
I had to take care of something.
You knew we needed you here this morning for this paternity test.
So I'm here. What?
You just have to let us know if you have to go out.
You know, that is why I bought you a cell phone, so we could reach you.
And I got your messages, and I'm here. What's that?
There you go. It's all over. Good job.
Hi, Casey. I had no idea that Gwen was going to drag you into all of this. The results will be back soon, and this will all be over.
That's him? That's Gwen's baby?
That's right, you haven't met. Rory, this is Casey.
I would love for you to come with me, but I think it's better that I focus on what I'm doing down there so, you know, I can get it done, come back, and we can pick up where we left off. And you're supposed to be spending some time with your mother.
Not lately.
What's happened?
My mother decided to go out of town, go to a spa for a few days.
Really?
With Meg Snyder.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I come back, I'll give you a massage and I'll paint your toenails yellow.
I don't need a pedicure.
Hey.
No, I'll see you when you get back. Okay?
Now who's running? I'm coming back.
Yes, and then we get close again, and you'll be gone.
Yeah, well, when I do go, it's for one reason, and that is work. Besides, you know, when I'm here, you've got a lot of things going on with your kids, and mother, and everything else, so I'm just sitting around doing nothing. So it's best that you take care of that stuff so that when I come back, we can just spend time together. It's me and you. So admit it. You like having me around.
Most of the time. I gotta go. I really do. I have to go say goodbye to my mother.
Okay, well, kiss me goodbye. Before I throw you in the back of the plane and say the hell with it. I'm really gonna miss you.
And if my son had lived, Craig would have never left us alone.
I'm sorry, but it almost sounds like you're saying your son is better off dead.
I mean, I would never have wished for it to happen, but now that he's gone, at least I know that he's at peace. I don't expect you to understand, but growing up watching James Stenbeck torture my brother...
Craig is not James.
No, he's worse. James is evil, end of story. But Craig, he is this selfish man who cuts corners, but he has a sense of humor, and he's passionate about whatever he's passionate about, and he loves his kids. But meanwhile, he's kidnapping my mother or stealing her designs.
Tell me about Craig. I worked with the kid.
And I dated his son, Bryant.
I know. My heart always went out to that boy.
You know, my mother has made plenty of mistakes in her life. But she never broke our spirit. We grew up willing to fight for whatever we want. But Craig raised Bryant to believe that it was his responsibility to save Craig from himself. If Craig needed money, then empty your bank account. If Craig needed to feel loved, then it was cancel your ski trip and stay home with Dad, even if he might change his plans at the last moment without even telling you.
I forgot how close you were with Brian. There should have been a warning about what Craig was capable of.
Poor Bryant. He was just this empty boy who gave up all his confidence and all his energy over to Craig. It's no wonder he drove himself into a tree. And what Craig did to Lucy, oh, that's even worse. So you're right. I think my poor little boy is better off. And so am I. So am I.
Hi, I'm a snack fairy.
Great.
Here to bring back the joy of snacking with 100 calorie packs.
Ooh, does that say Oreo?
Yeah, you can eat the whole bag.
Back off. He's mine. Don't move.
100 calorie packs from Nabisco.
Snack happy.
Ever notice that line the wrong makeup leaves behind? Well, it's come to an end with new True Blend. A powder foundation in such perfect step with the tone of your skin, you won't know where it ends and your own skin begins. True Blend, new from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Introducing Crest Sensitivity with Whitening Plus Scope. Finally, maximum strength sensitivity protection and scope freshness. Crest Sensitivity.
Cocoa. Rainbow wings.
Check this out.
The new Swiffer Sweep and Vac picks up dust and hair with the cloth. Big stuff with the vac. Better than a broom and dustpan.
Is that amazing or what?
Let me try that thing.
The new Swiffer Sweep and Vac. Stop cleaning. Get Swiffer.
Come on, my Swiffer.
Honey.
A
few Manwich dining do's and don'ts. Do make enough for the whole family. Don't worry about which fork to use. Do get a little messy. And don't, I repeat, don't act your age. When it comes to dinner, it's Manwich rules.
Now on DVD.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Emily.
I'm moving my business in San Francisco.
Get out of here. I'm sick of you.
I know I'm probably 6 years too late.
I'm engaged. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. You suck! A Lot Like Love. Own it today on DVD.
Melinda Gordon talks to spirits in the afterlife.
What's your name?
Sergeant Paul Adams. And helps them communicate with the ones they left behind in this life.
I have a gift.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
My father is here.
He's right next to you.
Ghost Whisperer. CBS Fridays this fall.
I'll take that. Why are you going on a commercial flight instead of your private jet?
Jet's being repaired.
That's not true, because it was running fine last week.
Well, it isn't now, honey, and I thought it'd be a good time to take care of it while I'm away.
Without telling me where you're going, for how long, why. You know, have a great trip.
Oh, honey. Don't be like this.
Like what? I don't know. Concerned about you, my mother, who's fighting cancer, going through chemotherapy.
I'm not going to die.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I know it. Just as I knew instantly that the lump was something very serious. I am going to pull through this, ultimately.
Please tell me where you're going.
I need the time alone.
You're not going to be alone. You have Meg.
Oh, honey, I'm only taking Meg. This is that you wouldn't be upset. Anyway, hey, I'll be back and we'll play canasta or whatever it is you want from me. We'll do it.
I don't have a choice, do I? Where you're going, Keith is gone.
Ooh, goody! That's made my day.
Oh, that's funny.
I know, I'm trying to be
Yeah,
funny.
funny.
I'm
Yes,
very
he's working, and I miss him.
Baby doll, he's the luckiest guy in the whole world. Come on. Come on, won't be up. All right, let me take you out in the living room. Oh, you know what? I found the most marvelous book. And I'm going to read it on the plane.
Okay.
It's about how everything that's bad for you is really good for you.
Oh, well, that's good. Then maybe you'll realize after reading that why I like Keith.
Ah, you're never going to give up?
No, just like you.
He's such a good boy. When he's not having his cheek swabbed by a complete stranger.
He's so little.
He was premature.
That's right, I forgot.
Huh? Well, he's catching up. He's eating like a champ. He hangs onto my finger, and he's found his little toesies.
Son? I'm all set up whenever you're ready.
Is this necessary?
Oh, he really is beautiful. I can see why Rosanna fell in love with him.
Okay, my son is ready.
Hey, listen to me. Don't worry about anything. Once we get the test results, then this will all be over.
Well, I think we should celebrate.
I don't think that just because Jennifer had a decent night's sleep and a good morning that everything's okay. Paul, I think it's a great idea. No, I've worked so hard all day. I deserve to treat myself, but I'll just, I'm gonna freshen up. Okay, I'll be right back. What do you want me to say? Obviously, she looks better. She sounds better.
She is better.
You don't know that. It could just be the medication.
You just don't want to admit that you're wrong.
And you don't want to admit what you've done.
Street jeans.
Where is it? Oh, damn it. Oh, how am I gonna get away with the two of them seeing?
She stepped out for a second, but I'd be happy to take a message from Miss Munson. Give me a second.
On the next, As the World Turns.
Hey, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Where are you going?
I gotta get out of here. He has to leave sometime, and then you can make your move.
My move?
Your play. For Katie.
It is time when we finally get things out in the open.
Everyone goes for Prego.
No matter what you're into, there's only one way to go back to school. Get hooked up with Dell. This Inspiron 1200 notebook is $4.99 after mail-in rebate. Desktops start at $2.99. Get more out of now. Dell PCs use Intel Celeron M processors.
Behold the cheetah. Its unique physiology makes it the fastest animal on the planet, capable of accelerating up to 60 miles per hour. But nothing's quite as fast as new Clorox Disinfecting Bathroom Cleaner. Capable of cleaning bathrooms at speeds previously unheard of. Now that's fast.
And for your toilet, try Clorox Toilet Bowl Cleaner.
Stupid allergies. Poor kid can't sleep.
He's all congested from nasal allergies.
Only Nasonex is clinically proven to treat and help prevent congestion and other seasonal nasal allergy symptoms.
Let's tell his mom. You go.
Side effects were generally mild and included headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing.
His congestion's better.
But your nose isn't.
For seasonal nasal allergy symptoms, Nasonex is the one to treat and help prevent congestion. Talk to your doctor.
They say it truly exists. So we seek it out. Miracle food that makes you stronger in mind and body. Even nourishing the unborn. We call it the egg.
No Venetian blinds. That's why Geico.com is so simple. Or is it because you can get help if you need it and get a free rate quote in minutes? 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Simple as that.
I'm just gonna come out with it. Will you marry me?
Island Fruits Pinot Grigio? I didn't know Arbor Mist had that. Have you tried their Sangria Zinfandel?
Arbor Mist. 9 delicious flavors. Can't resist the mist.
Don't just get up. Wake up. Clean and Clear Morning Burst Cleanser has soft beads that burst to release an invigorating scent that wakes you up. Your skin will feel clean and energized. Clean and clear and under control.
New this fall, sometimes the worst crimes happen close to home.
Stop making decisions with your hormones and start thinking like a prosecutor again. You know, I made a choice to have a family. Don't you dare judge me. My whole case is falling apart.
You're a great lawyer. Close to home, CBS Tuesdays this fall.
Why are your prices so much higher than at Four Eyes?
Why are your prices so much higher than at Four Eyes?
Well, it's just they're like twice the price.
They're like twice the price.
Okay,